This presentation is written to enhance the understanding of the correlation between theory and practice for the business entities and experience marketing in reality. Our group was assigned Grenna Glass Ice Cream Company located in Grenna outside of Jönköping. During our experience working with Grenna Glass, we had the pleasure to meet and interview Mr. Anders Alinius, the company's founder, who further helped us understand more about what area of research we should tackle. While interviewing Mr. Alinius, he expressed to us that he wanted us to look into Grenna Glass's reputation along with the people's perception of the brand. He was also interested in singling out the most direct competitors for his company. This was all beneficial information for us to start working towards formulating a plan and address these questions. In order to target such curiosities and gather sufficient information to answer these questions, our group decided to create a survey to gather information about how people perceive Grenna Glass.
Starting with location, to find people who have an interest in consuming ice cream. Many people bypass supermarkets daily, and therefore supermarkets were a good place to conduct our field research at. While being there, we could basically just select who to interview, and that ability to choose the respondents was a massive advantage when conducting this field interview, comparing to sending out an online survey. The timing is another important aspect to take into account. Naturally, there are more people at supermarkets during afternoons. During lunch hours, many people are in a hurry, so later on people tend to have more spare times. Included in time is also the weather, because people are more willing to speak about ice cream when it's sunny and warm outside. Quality was for us valued higher than quantity. That inferred fewer questions to make sure our interviewees answered each question truthfully and not just to get them over and done with. Hence, we conducted the following questions. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear high-priced ice cream? What high-priced ice cream brands do you know about? Have you heard of Grenna Glass? And if yes, how did you hear about Grenna Glass? And then, what did you think of it? Lastly, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this flyer?
According to our findings, people associate high-priced ice cream with qualities, brands, and countries. Good quality, good taste, and natural organic ingredients are different qualities. Italy was the country people thought of when we asked about what they thought about high-priced ice cream. Brands like Ben & Jerry's, Häagen-Dazs, and Mövenpick are seen as high-priced. Magdas is also one of the main competitors. From the people asked, 56% had heard of Grenna Glass. There were three main ways people had heard about Grenna Glass. The most common way was people that had been to the store or seen commercials. The second way was that people had visited or lived close by Grenna. And lastly, people had heard about it from somewhere else or from some friends. Everyone that had tasted Grenna Glass thought it was good or very good. The flyer had vast different types of answers. Many thought it looked ecological, organic, and stylish. But many also thought it looked a bit boring and gloomy. Some did not even recognize that it was ice cream.
In order to get a clearer view of Grenna Glass's position in the market, we conducted a marketing mix using the 4 Ps. Firstly, we identified the product. And Grenna Glass is a premium ice cream with natural ingredients. The milk and the eggs are locally produced, and there are several vegan options for those who cannot or do not want to eat dairy products. Secondly, price, of course. Grenna Glass is produced on a small scale and mostly handmade, with fine ingredients. And there is a reflection of this in the price. The ice cream is therefore priced higher than many other options. Thirdly, promotion. Grenna Glass uses social media to market themselves, a good way to reach many people without putting down unnecessary resources. This method is traditionally called guerrilla marketing and aims to use time, energy, and imagination rather than money when promoting something. To this counts Instagram, Facebook, and other social medias, but also the word of mouth. And when companies like Grenna Glass manage to get the word of mouth going, it is advantageous since they themselves do not have to do any work. Also, people tend to trust those they know and are therefore more willing to try the product that a friend has recommended rather than if they saw it on a commercial. And lastly, we identified the place of the product. And Grenna glass can be found in many grocery stores in the Småland area. ICA and Coop are examples of chains where you can find ice cream. There are also a few cafes where you can find Grenna glass. Mostly, the ice cream is sold in Småland, close to where it's produced. But it can also be found in places like Åre, Uppsala, Gothenburg, but it's not equally common there.
The economic bottom line is highly manifested in Grenna glass, since they must be innovative when it comes to their products, in this case the flavors of their ice cream, in order to be competitive in the long term. Certain skills and knowledge of the subject are also important for the organization to possess when it comes to the production, since their products are handmade. When it comes to the environmental bottom line, Grenna glass is highly aware of the environmental impact that is made by them, and it is of great significance to them. They aim to minimize their impact on the environment, and they do this by ensuring that the raw material being used is organic and produced locally. Therefore, the milk and eggs used in their products comes from a nearby farm. The social bottom line is not as present in Grenna glass as the two bottom lines mentioned previously. However, since they have a smaller production than many within the same industry, due to the products being handmade, they have a smaller number of employees, and therefore they work more close with each other as a well-functioning team. When it comes to branding, during usage of the customer-based measurement as a tool for analyzing Grenna glass branding, it could be stated that the consumers who know about Grenna glass appreciate the ice cream. These consumers also recognize the high product quality, meaning that the company has somewhat succeeded with their branding. However, some of the respondents did not know about the brand. This could mean two things. Either we were just unlucky in our selection of respondents, or the company should work harder on reaching out to a wider audience. Doing so could only result in a positive outcome, since the ice cream is highly appreciated among those who have tried it. Nevertheless, Grenna glass could use their already established good reputation and ask their loyal customers to spread the word, which in turn could result in more loyal customers and would therefore likely result in increased sales.
After taking a closer look at our findings, we concluded that Grenna glass should rethink their image and packaging, along with their marketing strategy. We suggest that they keep their organic, vegan and locally produced image in order to look authentic and appealing to the public. On other note, the current flyer should be more attractive by making it more colorful and eye-catching, as well as making it more appealing by having real ice cream images on it. The dark and for some dull packaging could be replaced with lighter colors to attract younger audience that might be interested in healthy and vegan ice cream. By doing this, the packaging would look more presentable and would draw more attention from the public in general. Strategy. As for marketing strategy, it would be good if the resellers could cooperate with Grenna glass and help promote the brand. For example, if the grocery stores could have bigger advertisement signs or sales that promoted the ice cream, this would help strengthen Grenna glass exposure and make it easier for people to recognize the brand. Moving on, social media marketing such as Instagram has not worked as good marketing tool according to our finding. With over 8 years in the market, they have not yet built a strong follower base that can legitimize the image of the brand and make them grow as a company. It would be a good idea to invest even more on Instagram in order to reach a wider customer pool. On the other hand, it would also be wise to cut spending on social media, as it has not yielded good results in the past. It would all come down to which direction Grenna glass wants to go with their marketing.
Our final suggestion to Grenna glass is that they should reconsider their main target group and aim to get the younger adults invested in their ice cream. This would be beneficial for the company in many ways. Firstly, the young adults are the ones who will represent the future market, hence they will be earning money when today's middle-aged adults grow old. And to aim for the young adults therefore helps Grenna glass to secure future customers. Secondly, the young adults are part of the vegan generation. Considering the fact that Grenna Glass does produce vegan alternatives, aiming towards the young adults could be an amazing opportunity to exploit the vegan market further and take on a larger market share than they do today, and this without compromising the company's values. Needless to say, aiming to precede young adults does not incur losing their already existing customer base. The actual effect would resemble an expansion rather than a reallocation.
After analyzing the results of our survey, we concluded that due to lack of time, the survey fell short to resemble accurate information. The time shortage made it hard to collect enough respondents, as we would need a minimum of 1,000 people surveyed to show the legitimized academic results. As stated in methodology, there are advantages and disadvantages to each method of collecting customer information. However, based on our survey findings, we reached the conclusion that Grenna Glass would benefit from changing their marketing and branding strategy to enhance their company image and customer perception. We also conclude that Grenna Glass has to make a decision regarding their Instagram presence.
Regarding Grenna Glass's competitors, we confirm that Mora Magda is highly associated with high price and high quality ice cream in the same market that Grenna Glass competes in. Lastly, most persons who have tried Grenna Glass perceive this as a well-tasting and with organic and vegan image. That is all for us. Thank you.